Today our quest leads us into the arcane realm of Dungeons and Dragons, where magic and mystery dance hand in hand. Join us as we explore psionics and the controversy surrounding the mystic class. In the vast and boundless world of D&D, where wizards cast spells and warriors clash in epic battles, the introduction of psionics is like opening a portal to an uncharted dimension. Psionics, the manipulation of reality through the power of the mind, adds a unique and compelling layer to the game. Psionics invites players to tap into the extraordinary potential of their characters' minds, offering a departure from the traditional spellcasting seen in the world of magic. Amidst the arcane wonders, the mystic emerges, a character archetype designed to harness the powers of psionics. Introduced in Unearthed Arcana, this class was envisioned to provide players with a mind-bending and unorthodox gameplay experience. However, the Mystic class found itself entangled in a web of controversy within the D&D community. What sparked the controversy? The Mystic class faced criticism on multiple fronts. Players and DMs alike voiced concerns about its complexity, challenging balancing issues, and the difficulty of seamlessly integrating it into ongoing campaigns. The intricate mechanics of the Mystic class proved to be a formidable challenge, leading to reservations about its impact on game balance and the overall cohesiveness of storytelling within the D&D universe. Some gaming groups chose to navigate the treacherous waters cautiously, either avoiding or heavily modifying the Mystic class. In their eyes, it became an unofficial and experimental addition, as they sought more established and streamlined character options. Consequently, the Mystic class remains a point of contention in the ever-evolving tapestry of the D&D community. The ongoing debate prompts players to weigh the allure of psionics against the practicalities of seamless gameplay. Now, a lot of monsters, particularly in the Shattered Obelisk, have psionic powers. In fact, many of them from the Far Realm in the Monster Manual have psionic powers. Abilities that are often associated with telepathy, telekinesis, clairvoyance. Among the players we do have psionics, psions, psychic warriors or soul knives, but I've never really looked into them, and today I'm going to look through what I can find online. Let's start by looking at the Mystic class UA, the Unearthed Arcana. Mystics shun the world to turn their eyes inward, mastering the full potential of their minds, exploring their psyches before turning to face the world. They're incredibly rare and prefer to keep the nature of their ability secret. They can read minds, fade into invisibility, transform their bodies into living iron, and seize control of the physical world and bend it to their will. It sounds like the coolest class. Mystics are loners. They spend months and years in quiet contemplation, exploring their minds. When mystics finally master their power, they return to the world to broaden their horizons and practice their craft. In order to maintain the strict discipline and intense self-knowledge needed to tap into their powers, mystics develop a variety of practices to keep their focus sharp. Strange little behaviours. These quirks are oaths or behavioural tics. While these taboos are harmless, they help cast mystics as outsiders. To add some texture to your mystic, consider the quirks table. You never cut your hair, you always wear a mask, you refuse to light fires, you write down the name of each creature you slay, and name ones that are unnamed. Alright, how did you become a mystic? Are you self-taught? Quick build. Hit dice 1d8 plus your mystic level. Proficient with light armor and simple weapons. Intelligence and wisdom. Oh, so you do get a decent weapon. Fairly standard smallish armor. That's all fair enough. And then there's talents known, disciplines, which of course we don't know about yet, so we'll come back to that on another page. Psionic talents is a minor effect you have mastered. So at first level you know one minor psionic effect. A psionic discipline is a mental exercise that allows you to manifest your psionic power. You can only master a few disciplines at a time, and disciplines slowly climb up. In addition, whenever you gain a level in this class, you can replace one of the disciplines to a different one. Hey, that's cool. The psi points. You have a reservoir of energy to spend. Okay, that's the limit. Though you have access to a lot of psionic energy, there is a limit of the number of psi points you can spend to activate a discipline. So you can't do something over and over and over again. A third level mystic can spend no more than 3 psi points on a discipline each time you use it. Otherwise, you'd just spend them all on the highest ability you possibly could over and over. You'd spam it. As a bonus action, you can choose a discipline and gain its psychic focus benefit. The benefit lasts until you are incapacitated or you do a different bonus action. Choose a mystic order. Avatar, Awakened, Immortal, Nomad, Soul Knife, Wujen, coming later. At second level, you can take a bonus action to regain hit points equal to the total of psi points you spent. Telepathy. You can speak to any creature you can see within 120 feet. You don't need to share a language. That's strong. Strength of mind. Starting at 4th level, you can choose Strength, Dex, Con or Charisma instead of Wisdom. Damn, son. At 8th level, infuse your weapon attacks with some extra energy. 1d8 psychic damage extra. In addition, add your intelligence modifier to any damage. At 10th level, you can pay psi points with your hit points instead. At 11th level, as an action, you gain 9 special psi points. You can only spend on disciplines that require action or bonus action. And that goes up. Psionic Body. Resistant to the standards. You don't age. Immune to disease, poison, or the poison condition. If you die, roll a d20. On a 10 or higher, you discorporate with no hit points. Instead of dying, you fall unconscious. You and your gear disappear. You'd appear again later and have benefited from a long rest. Wow. Mystic orders. Let's try and summarise these. The world of emotion. They can manipulate their emotions. Okay. Order of the Awakened. The physical body. Order of the Immortal. The Awakened are skilled at bending minds and unleashing devastating attacks. The Immortal. They use psionic energy to modify their bodies, strengthening them against attacks and turning themselves into living weapons. The Nomad. Accumulate as much knowledge as possible. They perceive a bizarre living web of knowledge. Soul Knife. They learn to manifest a deadly weapon out of pure energy, hence knife part and soul, I guess. Wujen. They cast their minds into the world, seize control of its fundamental principles. They control the forces of the natural world. Oh, okay. They can hurl objects with their minds, control the elements. Yeah. So disciplines with the mental exercises. Okay, there's a list of this, that and the other. I think I'm going to choose the Wujen discipline just to look at that. Mastery of air. You take no fall damage and ignore difficult terrain. You can fly. You can walk through people. There's a very strong wind. Misty form. Your body becomes like a mist. Mastery of fire, combustion, rolling flame. This is just, yes, the best, coolest thing to be, in my opinion. So we kind of got the idea with what they were offering. Then there was the revised version. Power of the mind is called Psi or Psionic Power. Creatures such as Mind Flayers and Githyanki wield Psionic Power. Psi in earlier editions, Psi in 5th edition. In 2017 we experimented with an unofficial character class, the Mystic. Through its features and subclasses, the Mystic allowed you to create a character who echoed the ability of other classes in the game but with a psionic twist. As much as many playtesters enjoyed the psionic themes in the Mystic, feedback was clear that the class encroached on other classes' territory and that it was often too complex, too powerful, or both. In 2020 we're enjoying the exploration of upgrading it. Psi is a supernatural power that emanates from the mind. Psi Knight is a fighter who augments their physical might. Fair enough. When another creature within 30 feet takes damage, you can use your reaction to damage them back. Long jump, telekinetic strike. Changing the dice size. If you roll the highest on the psionic talent die, it decreases by 1 die size after the roll. That represents you burning through psionic energy. Hey, I like that. It's another complex thing to do though. Not complex, but as a bonus you can calm your mind and restore it to the size above. Psionic thrust, psionic telekinetic movement, 18th level. Your ability to move creatures and objects with your mind is matched by few. You can cast telekinesis spell, requiring no component. Rogue Soul Knife. Soul Knife strikes and infiltrates with the mind, cutting through barriers. Psi Talent. Psi Bolstered Knack. When your non-psionic training fails you, tap into your psionic power. Telepathic communication. Psychic Blades, Soul, Blades, Psionic Veil, Rend the Mind, Psionic Soul, Sorcerer, Mind over Body, and some new spells, feats. Okay. Psionic disciplines are the heart of a mystic's craft. Mental exercises, we know this. Psychic Focus section of a discipline describes the benefit you gain for your psychic focus. Effects, options, and psi points. Yep, you spend psi points until... and you've got a limit on them. Disciplines don't require the components that many spells require, which is another thing why it's a bit of a game breaker. But then Arcane Focus can be hand-waved like that too. Combining psionic effects. The effects of the disciplines add together while the duration of the disciplines overlap. So to Wujen, so like Mastery of Light and Darkness. While focused on psychic focus, natural and magical darkness has no effect on your vision. As an action, you can create an area of magical darkness which foils dark vision. Light, as an action, touch an object and it will light up. Shadow beasts, you cause 2 shadows to appear. They obey your verbal commands, and that's it. Radiant Beam, project a beam of light at one creature within 60 feet. Dex save, 66 radiant. Psionic talents. You can never use your psychic focus on a talent. Talents don't require you to spend psi points on them. As a bonus action, you cause bright light to radiate from your body. A one-handed melee weapon you hold becomes one with your hand, you can't let go of it. Erase your image from the mind of a creature you see. You are invisible. As an action, you plant a false belief in the head of someone, create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. You target with an energy beam a creature within 90 feet of you. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Do a bit of a extra 10 feet movement. Communicate telepathically with a willing creature. Mind Slam. Con save or 1d6 force damage and knocked prone. 1d10 psychic damage. Charmed by you, like a mage hand but a mystic version. As an action, a hand crafted from telekinetic energy. 1d6 force damage. You can move it at 10 feet in a straight line. You can't lift the target off the ground. Yeah, I just think it sounds really cool, but it does too much. It does a little bit of everything, almost anything you want. But my son is currently trying it out in our Strixhaven campaign because his character died. And yeah, he's like, oh, every round I've got 5 temporary hit points for a start. And it's just, oh, do you? Can you do that? All right, can you do this? And some people simply don't allow it, say it's not official. But, you know, the beauty of D&D is you do as you please, what you decide at the table. So, mind powers, yeah, cool idea, but very strong. What's your opinion? Have you had experiences? Should monsters only be able to do cool things like that? I'll see you later.